Everything you can't see. Chapter 2. I know what your daughter has.
Anyway, sorry. So, throughout my whole childhood, I've passed out. I've had, I had these seizure type things, and when I was, one time I went to the doctor, and I think I was like 15 years old, and they discovered that I do have low blood pressure, and they said, okay, let's try taking you off caffeine. And I said, what? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna take you off caffeine. I haven't touched any soda, any chocolate, since I would say 15 years now. Chocolate. Oh my God, I love chocolate. And what's funny is that I bake. I love baking. I am like Betty Crocker when it comes to baking, and I still bake with chocolate, but I always have a guinea pig because I don't eat it anymore. And I don't desire it. I love the smell of chocolate. But I don't desire eating it. So I've been caffeine free for 15 years. And that was hard, because they're telling me, they're like, this could be a life or death situation. Doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. At that time, they were just trying anything and everything to help me feel better. I always was tired. Always was tired. I never had energy. No energy. And I remember I was 18 years old, and one doctor said, you know what? Was I 18 or 16? It was 1999. So I'm 25 now, but it was 1999. And one of my doctors says, you know what? I want you to see a cardiologist. And I'm like, okay. So I went to a cardiologist, and they did a tilt table test with an adrenaline test. And what that means is that they put me on a table, and I'm completely strapped in, and they pumped adrenaline into my veins. Now, adrenaline is pretty much what happens whenever you're working out. It pumps up your heart rate. It's pretty much, giving you a stimulant as if you were running a mile. So I was on this tilt table. So imagine a table, right? And I'm strapped in. So without any drugs in me or anything, I'm lying flat for 20 minutes. And then they raise me up for 20 minutes. And then they put me back down, and then that's when they put the adrenaline in. I remember this being the most one of the most excruciating things I've had in my life. It felt like my heart was just wanting to explode out of my chest. It hurt so bad. I can remember just holding and pressing my chest and crying for bloody murder and just saying, stop, stop, because it hurt so bad. And it took 2 rotations before I was out. And the cardiologist at that time, was like, okay, I know what you have. And my mom was like, what? And, it was so overwhelming. He's like, I know what your daughter has. And we're just like, what? Like, really? Okay. Tell us, because we want to know. And I think I was 15, 16 years old. And he said, your daughter has neurocardiogenic syncope. And for basic terms, what that means is that the connection between my brain and heart are not there. So if I'm running or exerting myself, my brain can't tell my heart, hey, yo, you need to pump more blood, let's go, let's go. I just communicate to one another. And on top of that, they found out that I have MVP, which is mitral valve prolapse. I've had someone recently describe this to me as, when I told them this is what my body is going through, I had someone recently tell me, so you have a car that has really bad spark plugs and your valves are plugged up. And I was like, yeah, that's my car. That's my vehicle. The cardiologist said that I will have this for the rest of my life. It's a neurological disorder. There's nothing they can do. And at that time, I was so devastated. I was so devastated. I was so young, and I just was like, you're telling me that I'm trapped in this body for the rest of my life? It was so hard. It was so hard to grasp that. Sorry. So, on top of that, they told me that I can't have kids. And not that I'm one of those women that has this mothering underlining desire to be a mother. But I was young. I was young then, Who wants to be 16 and be a mom already? And for me, I was like, wow, that's pretty intense. They say that I could, bear a child, but towards the end I would have to be on bed rest, and I probably wouldn't make it through labor. I've come to realize it's okay. I'm totally fine without not having kids. And as selfish as it may sound, it's because I want to live. It's because I want to be on this earth. I want to help people. And I can't do that if I want to bring someone in this world naturally. So there's always options, and that's going to be another chapter in my life if I choose to do that. So I'm so sorry.